Hello everyone, I'm Kaira Premacio from ABM A1. So today we're going to talk about getting started with 3D printing. Everything you need to know. 3D printing is a process of creating a physical object from a digital 3D model by adding material layer by layer. It is also known as additive manufacturing because the material is added in a sequential manner rather than subtracted like in traditional manufacturing processes such as machining or molding. The 3D printing process begins with the digital 3D model, which is created using computer-aided design software or by scanning an existing object. The 3D printer then reads the digital model and creates the object by adding successive layers of material, such as plastic, metal, or even food or biological material, until the final object is complete. Why did you use this technology? With the use of this technology, it helped us, especially students, teach about design, engineering, and manufacturing. It allows students to create an experiment with physical objects, bringing theoretical concepts to life. So here is the history of 3D printing. The history of 3D printing dates back to the 1980s when Chuck Hall, the co-founder of 3D Systems Corporation, invented the first stereolithography or SLA printer. This printer used a liquid resin that solidified when exposed to a UV laser to create 3D objects layer by layer. In the 1990s, a new type of 3D printing technology called fused deposition modeling or FDM was invented by Scott Crump, the founder of Stratasys. This technology used a spool of thermoplastic material that was heated and extruded through a nozzle to create 3D objects layer by layer. Advantage and disadvantage of 3D printing. Advantage of 3D printing. There are several advantages of 3D printing, including customization. 3D printing allows for the creation of unique and customized products that are tailored to specific needs and requirements. This is particularly useful in fields such as medicine, where customized prosthetics, implants, and other medical devices can be created. Cost-effective. 3D printing can be a cost-effective method of production, particularly for small-scale production, runs, or prototypes. This is because the cost of producing each item is largely independent of the complexity of the design, unlike traditional manufacturing methods. Speed. 3D printing can be a very fast method of production, particularly for small-scale production, runs, or prototypes. This is because the time required to set up a 3D printer is often less than the time required to set up a traditional manufacturing line. Reduce waste. 3D printing can be a more sustainable method of production, as it can reduce waste by only using the exact amount of material required to produce each item. Design flexibility. 3D printing allows for greater design flexibility, as complex shapes and geometries can be easily produced. This can be particularly useful in fields such as aerospace and automotive engineering, where lightweight and aerodynamic designs are important. Accessibility. 3D printing has become increasingly accessible to individuals and small businesses, with a range of affordable 3D printers and software now available on the market. This has opened up opportunities for innovation and entrepreneurship. Disadvantage of 3D printing. There are also some disadvantages of 3D printing, including cost. Although 3D printing can be cost effective for small scale production runs or prototypes, the initial investment in a 3D printer and the associated software and material can be relatively high. This can make it less feasible for some individuals or businesses. Material limitations. The range of materials that can be used in 3D printing is still somewhat limited, particularly in terms of materials that can be used for high stress applications or that require specific properties such as heat resistance. Print quality. The quality of the 3D printed objects can be lower than that of traditionally manufactured objects, particularly when it comes to surface, finish, and accuracy. Print time. Although 3D printing can be faster than traditional manufacturing methods for small scale production runs or prototypes, it can still be slow for larger or more complex objects, particularly when printing with higher quality settings. And last, environmental concerns. Although 3D printing can reduce waste by only using the exact amount of material required to produce each item, it still requires the use of materials such as plastics that can be difficult to recycle or dispose of. Additionally, the energy consumption of 3D printers can be relatively high. In conclusion, 3D printing technology is a major on the original manufacturing technology, which is slowly changes our production and life, but also plays an extremely important role in cultural creative design, industry, biological, and medical fields. 3D printing is being used in a wide range of industries, including aerospace, automotive, healthcare, and fashion. It has also enabled small businesses and individuals to produce prototypes and custom products that were previously only available to large corporations. However, there are also some challenges associated with 3D printing, including the need for specialized software and equipment, the cost of materials, and the potential for intellectual property infringement. Additionally, the environmental impact of 3D printing is still being studied, as the process requires energy and produces waste. Overall, 3D printing has the potential to significantly impact the way we design and manufacture products in the future. While there are still some challenges to overcome, the benefits of this technology make it an exciting area for continued innovation and development. So guys, that's all for today's video. I hope you enjoy it and I hope you learned something. Lastly, I would like to thank my partner, Emmanuel Olive Batalona, for helping and guiding me for this project. Thanks for watching.